Welcome to VW Classic Fix. I'm Ricky and today we're going to be looking at jacking up the front end of your Volkswagen Beetle. For this, what you're going to need is a trolley jack and a pair of axle stands. You're also going to need a couple of blocks of wood and make sure that your car's parked on a level surface. So the first step is to chock the wheels. Take one piece of wood and place it at either side of the wheel. It's even better if you do this on both rear wheels. Now we can head around to the front of the vehicle. If you are going to be working on the hubs or you need the wheels off for any reason to get at the steering components or the suspension, now's the time to crack the wheel nuts before you lift the car off the ground. Always make sure your handbrake is on and the car is in gear. Next, what you need to do is take the trolley jack and slide it directly underneath the front bumper to line up right under the center of the front beam. Here is a picture of the notch in the front beam. This is exactly where your jack should be. Now just gently lift the car until you achieve the height you want. Next, head round to the back and just make sure that those chocks are firmly in place. Sometimes the wheels can move, so make sure they're just nice and secure. Next, take one of your axle stands, slide it underneath the front beam, and raise it up to the height that you require. And note that these axle stands have a saddle, which is a really effective way of holding up the front beam. And if you're ever unsure whether the pair of them are at the same height, you can always count the teeth. Once you've made sure that both axle stands are firmly in place and that there's no other obstructions, it's now safe to lower the car onto the axle stands. Now, if you don't need to crawl under the car and work on it if you're working on the brakes or the suspension, it's often much safer if you leave the jack in place. Otherwise, if you need to crawl under there to work on anything on the front beam, you can lower the jack and slide it out. And jacking the car down is just more or less simply the reverse of what we've just done. So, put the jack right in the center of the front beam, jack it up so that the weight is taken off the axle stands, and then you can remove those one by one, making sure they're out of the way, of course, so that it doesn't get caught as the car is lowered. And then you can lower the vehicle. And there you have it. If you like this video, guys, please like and subscribe.